You know, there are some Chevrolet muscle cars that are so rare, they're practically unicorns. Well, today we're going to uncover the secrets of the rarest Chevy muscle car ever produced. A true gem that's been hiding in plain sight for decades. This legendary Chevrolet is the stuff that dreams are made of. A high-performance icon that has captured the imagination of enthusiasts worldwide. Its story is absolutely fascinating, and in this video, we're going to dive deep into what makes this muscle car so special and sought after. So buckle up, because you're about to discover the full story behind this automotive holy grail. Trust me, you won't want to miss a single twist and turn. The one-of-one Camaro Z28 Convertible is the rarest Chevy muscle car ever. The story behind the creation of the Z28 Convertible is seriously mysterious, my friends. See, Chevrolet had absolutely no plans to ever produce a convertible version of their legendary Z28 Camaro. This was a car built for the track, not cruising down the boulevard with the wind in your hair. But as you know, when you're the president of General Motors, the normal rules don't always apply. Legend has it that Pete Estes, the GM boss back in 1968, wanted a very special Camaro for himself, one that combined the raw power of the Z28 with the open-air thrills of a convertible. And what Pete Estes wanted, Pete Estes got. Built in secret at Chevrolet's Norwood, Ohio plant, this one-off Z28 convertible was the ultimate Q-ship. Under the hood was the same high-revving 302 V8 engine, close-ratio 4-speed manual, and heavy-duty suspension that made the standard Z28 attract terror. But instead of a fixed roof, this Camaro had a folding soft top, allowing Estes to feel the wind in his hair as he pushed the limits on the open road. Finished in a stunning British racing green with crisp white stripes, the Z28 convertible looked the part of a true muscle car. But the interior was pure luxury, with a deluxe black leather interior, premium audio system, and other bespoke touches that you wouldn't find on a regular Camaro off the showroom floor. Can you just imagine Estes tooling around Detroit in this thing, leaving jaws dropped in his wake? I sure can. This was a Camaro unlike any other, a true unicorn that the general public could only dream of laying eyes on, let alone driving. And that's what makes the story of the Z28 convertible so captivating. It was a car built for one man and one man only. A muscle car mystery, if you will. The origins of the Z28. Now, the Camaro Z28 was no ordinary muscle car, my friends. When Chevy introduced it in 1967, they had a very specific purpose in mind: to dominate the burgeoning Trans Am racing series. See, back then, the Trans Am Championship was the premier domestic road racing competition, and automakers were clamoring to get their high-performance models on the podium. Chevrolet's answer was the Z28 package, a specially tuned Camaro equipped with a high-revving 302 cubic inch V8, a slick-shifting Muncie 4-speed manual transmission, and a race-bred suspension. This was a machine built to conquer the twists and turns of the racetrack, not just straight-line acceleration. But here's the thing. Chevy didn't exactly market the Z28 as their headline Camaro model. No, they were really pushing the SS, Super Sport, as the prime muscle car of the lineup. The Z28 kind of flew under the radar, appealing more to hardcore gearheads and weekend racers than the average buyer. It wasn't until 1968, when the Z28's reputation as a track terror started to grow, that the model really began gaining mainstream popularity. Suddenly, everyone wanted a piece of that raw, race-bred performance. But even as demand surged, Chevy had no plans to offer the Z28 in anything other than its standard coupe body style, which is what makes that lone 1968 Z28 convertible we talked about earlier all the more incredible. It was a one-off, a total outlier, a track-ready muscle car with the wind-in-your-hair thrills of a drop-top. An automotive unicorn, if you will. The kind of car that even the most hardcore Chevy fans could only dream of laying eyes on, let alone driving. Stay tuned, because the story of this rare bird is about to get even more fascinating. Why the '68 Z28 convertible will remain one of a kind. You know, the 1968 Camaro Z28 convertible is one of those cars that just captures the imagination of any true gearhead. It's a unicorn, a one-of-one creation that stands alone in Chevy's muscle car lineage. And despite the fact that Chevrolet has kept the Z28 nameplate alive for over 50 years, none of those later models have ever quite matched the magic of that original open-top beast. As we discussed, this was a car that was never meant to exist. Chevy had no plans to offer the track-focused Z28 in a convertible body style that was reserved for the more mainstream SS models. But somehow, through the power and influence of one very important man, a single Z28 convertible was built in secret at the Norwood, Ohio assembly plant. For decades, this incredible machine remained in obscurity, its unique status known only to a select few within the walls of General Motors. But then, in the early 1990s, the car was finally rediscovered by collector Joe Mueller, who set out to restore it to its former glory. Mueller's restoration process was aided by extensive documentation, build sheets, internal Chevrolet records, you name it. This allowed him to verify beyond any doubt that this was the one and only 1968 Z28 convertible, a true unicorn among Camaros. And boy, did that restoration pay off. Since then, this incredible Camaro has been showcased at some of the most prestigious automotive events in the world: Pebble Beach, the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals, you name it. And at each appearance, it's proven to be a showstopper, winning award after award and cementing its status as one of the rarest and most coveted Chevrolet muscle cars ever built. In fact, the car's current owner, Dana Meekum of Meekum Auctions, reportedly turned down a staggering $1 million offer for this one-of-one Z28 convertible. Can you imagine? That just underscores how incredibly valuable and sought-after this machine has become over the years. And you know, the legacy of this car extends far beyond just its monetary value. It represents a time when automakers were willing to push boundaries, to experiment with one-off creations driven by pure passion rather than just profit margins. The 1968 Camaro Z28 convertible is a testament to Chevrolet's engineering brilliance and their willingness to think outside the box. In a world of mass-produced cookie-cutter performance cars, this Camaro stands alone, a true one-of-a-kind masterpiece that will forever hold its place in the pantheon of automotive legends. It's the rarest Chevrolet muscle car ever produced, a priceless artifact that captures the magic and spirit of a golden age in American automotive history. So what do you think? Is the 1968 Camaro Z28 convertible the rarest and most valuable Chevrolet muscle car of all time? I certainly believe it has a strong case. This one-of-one creation represents the pinnacle of Chevy's engineering prowess, a machine that combined race-bred performance with that wind-in-your-hair thrill of open-top motoring. And the fact that it was essentially a secret custom-built machine for one of GM's top executives just adds to the mystique. Can you imagine being Pete Estes, cruising the streets of Detroit in this British racing green beauty, leaving jaws dropped in your wake? That's the kind of automotive unicorn that dreams are made of. Of course, the Z28 convertible's incredible rarity and provenance have turned it into a true collector's item over the years. We mentioned that the current owner, Dana Meekum, reportedly turned down a $1 million offer for the car. Can you even fathom that kind of value for a Camaro? It just underscores how special and sought after this particular model has become. But beyond the dollar signs, the 1968 Z28 convertible represents something deeper. A time when automakers were willing to think outside the box, to push the boundaries of what was possible. It's a testament to Chevrolet's engineering brilliance and their commitment to building cars that stirred the souls of enthusiasts. Does the 1968 Camaro Z28 convertible deserve the title of the rarest and most valuable Chevy muscle car ever produced? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that subscribe button and give the video a like. That way, you won't miss any of our future episodes exploring the most fascinating cars and stories from the golden age of American muscle.